I'm Charles Tandy, and I've been on the board of the Wood Library Museum for numbers of years now, and it's been amazing to see the collection grow and the interest grow. But one of the things that that is particularly interesting to me is that this is what's called a bazooka or an infant resuscitator, one of the early ones, and the idea here was to blow into this portion here, but determining the amount that you're going to insufflate by locking that. And if it's an infant, or if it's a preemie, you'd go up here and at another spot, and so that you'd do less. Or if it's an adult, you could put it down there and use a different size. This will come off, and they made even a small adult mask that would fit on here. And you could blow in there, and then they would insulate oxygen through that port right there. But the interesting thing is the man that developed this. F.A. Duncan Alexander was a guy that helped train me as far as that's concerned, because he ran the anesthesia department in 1953 at the VA hospital in McKinney, Texas. And we would go with Dr. Pepper Jenkins would take us down to McKinney, and we would go for conferences. And Duncan Alexander was a very bright individual who, at the time that we were seeing him, he was the first to do X-ray control needle placement for various pain problems, and did that for a long time. But he at one time was the chairman at he was born in Canada, trained in Albany, New York, but he also was a resident with Dr. Waters and Dr. Robenstein, and so. That puts him in a little different class, and when you see those class pictures, he's always there. A rather heavy-set fella, but a fascinating guy that liked to try new things, and often did, and made some great contributions to anesthesia. He had some personal problems, which certainly caught up with him when he was chairman of the department at Parkland Hospital in Dallas, and then subsequently, after he retired from the VA hospital in McKinney. But again, people trying to develop ways in which, in this one, he made a larger size too for the adults, and you just blow in that, and then hopefully enough air to move the chest and resuscitate the child. And it certainly was an easy way to do it, and one which would encourage people to at least try. And long before Virginia Apgar came along with her scoring technique.